And it doesn't happen all at once, but it happens little by little. And you know what we call it? We call it adulthood.
Check, check one, check, check.
One of the most dangerous lies we tell ourselves is stay calm, even wise. At least things are comfortable, right? Comfort feels like stability. It feels controlled and predictable. And because it doesn't hurt, we assume it must be peace. But comfort and peace are not the same thing, are they? Peace is alive. Peace is alive and comfort is familiar. And familiarity can quietly become a cage. See, most people don't stay where they are because they're happy. They stay because nothing is wrong to force movement. The job says pay the bills. The relationship is manageable. The relationship works on paper. And the routine is quite manageable. So they settle, not consciously, just very gradually. They tell themselves that they should be grateful. They remind themselves that others have it worse. They suppress their quiet dissatisfaction because it feels selfish to want more than that. But then something subtle begins to happen. And it doesn't happen all at once, but it happens little by little. You stop feeling excited about tomorrow, and you stop imagining new possibilities. And essentially, you stop feeling fully present in your current life. And you know what we call it? We call it adulthood. That's pretty revealing. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Comfort doesn't mean you're aligned. It means you've adapted. Your system learned how to survive in an environment that no longer challenges you to grow. And survival is not the same thing as living. Peace has a different quality to it. Peace feels open, grounded, and very clear. And comfort feels heavy, dull, and repetitive. But because comfort doesn't hurt, people stay. They ignore the signals. The restlessness, the boredom that no amount of distraction fixes, and the sense that something inside them is slowly going quiet. Think about that. That's not laziness, that's pure suppression. But suppression has a cost. When you stay comfortable for too long, your body starts to speak up. Tension, fatigue, low-grade anxiety. There's lots of descriptive words that we can throw in here. And it's not because something is wrong, per se. It's because something is being ignored. And the body doesn't care about your justifications. It cares about your alignment. When your outer life stops matching your inner growth, the discomfort simply begins, or it starts right there. And this is where people make the most critical mistake. They try to optimize comfort, more entertainment, more numbing the comfort down. They add hobbies, they scroll more, they stay busy, but busyness isn't fulfillment. It's avoidance dressed up as productivity. That's what it is. Peace doesn't come from having everything under control. It comes from being honest with yourself. Honest about what you've outgrown and what no longer fits. Honest about the life you're tolerating instead of living. And you know what? That honesty is uncomfortable at first because it threatens the story that you've been telling yourself. Think about that. The story that says, this is fine, this is just how life is, this is enough. You know that story? But listen closely. If comfort was actually peace, come on, you wouldn't feel so restless inside now, would you? You wouldn't feel that sudden urge to escape, and you wouldn't feel numb. Peace doesn't require distraction. Comfort does. Here's the part that people don't like to hear. Growth will always disrupt discomfort. Not violently, but gradually. It shows up as curiosity, as dissatisfaction, as the feeling that you're actually capable of more in your life than you're actually living. That doesn't mean you're ungrateful. It means you're alive. The danger isn't comfort itself. It's confusing comfort for completion. When you tell yourself that I should be happy instead of asking, am I actually aligned? That's how people lose years. Not in pain, but in stagnation. So if your life feels stable but flat, if nothing is wrong, but nothing excites you either, if you're comfortable but quietly disconnected perhaps, that's not peace, that's a signal. And signals are meant to be listened to, not silenced. In the next episode, we're going to talk about how the body knows before the mind does, and why awareness often shows up physically long before you can explain it logically. For now, just notice this. Peace doesn't numb you, peace wakes you up. And if you've been choosing comfort, it might be time to ask, what's that comfort actually costing you?